Good afternoon, chillers. Welcome to another Black Friday edition of Podcast and Chill. Today we're talking breakthroughs, and we've got a special guest, Khosi, who's going to tell us how to create breakthroughs in every area we choose. Welcome, Khosi.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, man. Yeah, it's been quite a journey, eh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So much happening, so many learnings, and so much breakthroughs. Yeah. Can you just share with the chillers who you are and what's your story and how did this which we're going to talk about today come about?
Okay. As you have said, my name is Khosi. I hail from Durban in Natal, KZN to some people. And I've been in Johannesburg for many years.
Yeah.
So the journey that you're talking about is that we're both colleagues.
Yeah.
We have been on this journey for many years now.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting journey. I think what I like about being a life and business coach consultant is that you get to meet a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You get to hear many stories.
Yeah.
Inspiring stories, motivational stories, and how people overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And that you are able to live your purpose if you put your mind to it. Yeah.
And in the process, you actually contribute to that.
I do. I wouldn't want to take credit, but yes.
Well, I think you do.
Okay, thank you.
I totally think you do, and that's why you're sitting here today with me having this conversation.
Yeah. I think, we are lucky in that we're able to help people not only to understand themselves more, but to give them breakthroughs to what they are creating.
Yeah, absolutely.
To what they are doing.
Yeah, so I met you back in 2014, 2015, and in the process, we just realized that we basically belong to the same community, and we've been learning through the same institutions.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what
very interesting.
Yeah. So what led you to take coaching as a career?
So I found that where I was working, I had reached what my limit was. And when I say my limit, I think it's good to understand that how far do you want to go in a corporate organization. It is a pyramid.
Yeah.
And we cannot all be up there in that pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do want to be in that pyramid up there at the top, then you work towards that, but knowing that it's going to be very challenging. So for me, my journey was I didn't want to be at the apex of the pyramid.
Yeah.
I knew what I wanted out of the company, and I did receive it.
Wow.
It was my own intentional and purposeful journey in that. So I then realized that as a senior manager, you have so many responsibilities, and you have people that who are reporting to you, who work with you at different levels, and how you interact with those people as a leader, you begin to realize that there's certain qualities that you have which people appreciate about you. That's just the one part. And the other part is that I also found that I like to hear, like I've already said, hear people's stories.
Yeah.
And not only that, but see people thrive. There are many ways of seeing how people thrive. So I chose the coaching way, having had a chat with a friend of mine who advised me to look for professional training in coaching. So, it was a journey because there's many companies out there who are training people in coaching. Some take 2 days, others take a whole year.
Some take 3
Some
years.
take 3 years, You've been through it, So I was lucky to come across results coaching systems.
Very reputable, I must say.
Yes.
So, Khosi, what are some of the breakthroughs that people get from coaching generally?
I would say that with some people, it becomes clearer what they have not been doing good for themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get bogged down on minute things that have no value in your life. And we help them to realize that
Alignment.
Yeah. And I think, there's also this thing of fear.
Yeah.
I have found a lot of people have fears. And I can understand fear of failure, fear of not being successful, fear of not doing the right thing.
And even fear of success.
Or even fear of success. I mean, there was one company I was working with, the people, the toxicity that lived in that company.
Yeah.
But no one was prepared to deal with it. And what can you do? You are an outsider, but you're coming in to help. Or at least put some light into a situation.
Is that the reason why plans are not executed? Because we plan, I want to, but at the end of the day, nothing happens and we don't achieve what we set out to achieve. How's fear and what you're talking about impacting on that?
Okay, fear is a part of it.
Yeah.
But I think the other part is, or the other bits are that if you have a leader who's egocentric, it goes nowhere.
Okay.
If you, as a team, you don't understand what your values are, what the big picture is together, it's not going to go anywhere because you still become individualistic in your approach of things. But if you're leading yourself, the fear is, what is Leonard going to say? The fear is, what is my mother going to say?
Yeah.
And sometimes you find that fear comes because maybe you are the first person to do something in your family, or you are trying to please somebody.
Yeah.
So in that you're fearful of what if.
Yeah. So for businesses, be it startup, a business that hires 5-10 people, businesses that are still growing, do you think it's important for them to be coached as well, or is it just for corporates?
No, I think coaching is for everybody. You find coaches that coach children, kids, that coaches that are in corporates, are in small businesses, are one-on-one, what you call life coach.
Yeah.
So everybody can be coached. I think what happens is, are you prepared, or you think you're already there? I can tell you a story of somebody that we both know.
Yeah.
Our late friend, Letu. I was talking to her, thinking, she's senior manager, she's a nuclear physicist. So I thought she was okay. And I was saying to her, if there's anyone that needs coaching, bring them through to me. And then she said, why are you not asking me?
Oh. Yeah,
and I was
awareness.
a bit taken aback, because I think the assumption, which is something that you learn in coaching, that don't make assumptions. The assumption was that she's already a nuclear physicist, she's in this senior position, she should be okay. Only to find she felt that there were aspects of her that needed coaching on. So I think coaching is good in that. And it because we have this confidentiality contract that we sign, we don't go around talking about what you are doing with the next person.
Yeah. So in practice, what would you say are the 3 benefits of being coached?
Clarity,
Clarity,
self-confidence, building of self-confidence,
self-confidence,
thriving.
thriving.
It's just words that are coming to
And
me.
you can go on and on.
I can go on and
guess,
on. Yeah.
Yeah. And then with that said, what kind of are there different types of coaching interventions, or are there different clusters of people that you can coach? Because everyone is talking about wellness days, life coaching. What's your view on that?
I think I wouldn't say what is my view, but what I like is that we cannot be the same. So your approach, my approach in life is not the same. The only sameness we have is that we are human beings.
Absolutely.
You know, if we're all male, can you imagine what kind of a world we'll have?
Yeah.
If we're all female, what kind of a world would have?
Yeah.
So you do need to have a wellness coach, a coach for soccer, a coach for business, a life coach.
Yeah.
But at the end of it all, we're all trying to make sure the world becomes better. And it's all about change.
And can you be a couple of them in one, maybe?
I think you can be a life coach and something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is Khosi's focus in this regard?
My focus is life and business coach.
Life and business coach.
Coaching, yeah. I add consultant because I'm a strategist first and foremost.
Okay,
So I've worked in strategy and business planning for a long time. And I think when I'm talking to particularly business people, it comes back. It's something that is not gone away. I mean, gone away from me. I talk about planning. I talk about financials. I talk about marketing, depending on where your business is.
So you integrate those two words.
I do integrate because if I didn't, I would be doing a disservice to the people that I'm coaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's a chiller that says, how do I access this, and what is it going to do for me? And can you what's your message to a chiller who is still on the sideline thinking, should I not?
It's gonna be good for you to be coached. I think with the first thing that happens is we want to understand your current reality, and that brings clarity to you also as a person, and or if it's your business too, it brings clarity to your business.
Yeah.
And then from there we talk about what is it that needs to be done, how it will be done. And I'm talking about coaching here.
Yeah.
How long it's going to be, what it's going to cost you, because everything has a cost at the end of the day.
Yeah. And
minimum or maximum, whatever you in between.
Yeah.
So I have found that I think if you remove the assumption of what you're assuming that this is what's going to happen, and be open to the process, then that is much better.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Fantastic. And what would be your...
And let me just add one more thing. For small businesses, particularly the training the team, we always miss the point that you need to understand what each person's value system is.
Yeah.
Because now we are all in this pot. And if you don't agree in the values of the company, it's going to be very challenging for that company to move ahead.
You're going deep now. I'm sure we'll have another session where we unpack this, how the values impact on everything that we do. But with the time that we still have, what would be your last message to the chillers out there that have been listening to this conversation and they want to either take action or get more information?
Take action because it's good for you.
Yeah.
Take action because you never know what's on the other side.
Yeah.
You cannot be waking up to the same thing every day
Yeah.
and not trying to find out how much more you can become and be and contribute to the workplace, to the business, to your family, to your friends, to yourself. You know, we are here to live our lives to the fullest. And the fullest you can never know unless you explore and find out how much more can I be, what can I do.
So profound.
So I don't know about you. I think I know, you know, and that can be done in many different ways, through reading, through training, through conversations, through, you know, you can't be closed, be a box and be closed. I think, and I'm not trying to this is what I value, but so somebody can say, those are your values. Yes, they are my values.
Yeah.
I will stand for them. But they've put me where I am today.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. And how do we get hold of you?
So I'm on Facebook. My business is called Sarai.
Sarai G.
Sarai G Coach and Consulting. And I have a website, which is saraicampuscoaching.co.za.
Yeah.
And my email address, it's Khosi at saraicampuscoaching.co.za. Thank
you so much for this conversation. And
Thank you.
It has been quite enlightening to the chillers. And chillers, the message is take that action, continue to learn, and go and claim that which is yours. Until we meet again next Friday, thank you so much. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.